Hi guys, it's Sunday today and I'm having a day pretty much in the house. Sorry, I've just been distracted because there's a green woodpecker on my lawn that I can see out the window. They actually eat ants. Can you see them there? What a lovely sight. We've got several here, and this winter they had a clutch of babies. There was 5 young green woodpeckers at one point with the 2 adults. I'm not sure if this is one of the adults or one of the 5 young that's hung around, but we have them in our garden all the time. And as much as I love to see them, they are actually a pest to bees, because in the winter sometimes they can try and get into the hive to get to the honey. So that's not their problem, that's my problem. So we'll have to make sure that our hives are protected to make that not a problem. Anyway, that's that's a bit of a sidetrack I got there. That's not what I'm talking to you about today. I'm talking to you to say it's Sunday, and today I'm spending pretty much the whole day in the house, in the kitchen. I'm having a bit of a relaxed day. Well, I say relaxed day, I'm still doing a lot, but I'm not going to be outside as much as usual. I did all the outside jobs yesterday. My wife is out there now, so she's doing today's jobs and stuff. So I will obviously be in the garden a fair amount, but not nearly as much as usual. What I'm doing today is I'm doing a lot of preserving. So we're going to be preserving a lot of our courgettes. I'm also going to be preserving quite a lot of cucumbers. We've got a lot of cucumbers that I want to preserve in brine. I've also got a lot of our goat's milk out of the freezer to defrost, because I'm also going to be making cheese. So I'm going to be doing, you can see I'm set up here to record. I'm going to be doing a video on the courgettes, because there's something that so many people deal with gluts of. So that's something that's going to be going up at some point soon. And yeah, so that's going to be me today, going to be predominantly in the kitchen. This is a book I highly recommend. It's by someone called Alice Fowler, and the book Abundance is fantastic. It's a great resource. I use it all the time for different ways of preserving different things. I can't rate it highly enough. So if you're looking at doing a lot of preserving, this is definitely a book that should be on your list. So I've just finished doing a bit of preserving. We've got our courgette chutney here, which is amazing, and I eat it all the time with our goat's cheese. Just goat's cheese with a bit of salad on a piece of bread or a cracker with some of this is just amazing. And I've also preserved some courgettes in a brine. Now, I've done a more in-depth video while I was making these, and that's going to be coming out shortly. And that's going to be talking all about different ways to use up courgettes in a glut, and I think I go through 6 different things you can do. I've also, for the very first time, brined some dill pickled cucumbers. So I'm really excited to see how they go. The dill that I used from this, if you have been following along all of our vlogs, you'll have seen the grapevine that I cleared out and tidied up, and in the middle there was growing this big dill plant. Well, obviously I harvested it because it was in the way or not in the right place, and this is some of the dill drying, and we've used some of that in that brine. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out. You can see the tripod there behind me. I've filmed some other YouTube videos to be released later while I've been doing this, and the rest of my day is going to be, like I say, mainly based in the house. I'm going to be recording 2 podcasts. I've also got 2 interviews to edit for the show, and I'm going to be editing these videos. So in all likelihood, that's going to take me 3 or 4 hours, quite a substantial amount of time. Next job, I've got to go to the local farm shop and pick up some chicken food. We'll just have to see where the day takes us from there. One of the joys of living in a very rural area is at any point you can come across a road that's closed because they're moving cows. Not complaining, just mentioning. It's certainly going to add a good 10 minutes onto my little trip here. Okay, so my plans have changed. So I've just come to where I buy all of our animal feed, the animal feed that we purchase, which isn't a great deal of it. And obviously I come here quite a lot, so they know me really well. And one of the advantages of building relationships with people in your area is something that's just happened to me. So I was buying a roll of the square mesh, because I'm also going to make some chicken houses this weekend, or that was the plan. At some point soon, I'm going to be making some chicken houses. And as those of you who have been following along with my vlogs will know, I've lost or mislaid, we can't find my post rammer for putting those posts in. So I was just looking at how much a new one was, and the only one they had there for sale was a really heavy duty one, and it was £55. And there is nowhere in the world I could justify spending that just to replace something that we've got in our garden we just can't find. So I was telling this story to the chap who works there, and he said, I've got one out the back and you can borrow it. So my plans for this afternoon have changed, and we are going to get on home and put those fence posts in, sort out that fence around the pigs that I was talking to you about. So that's why I've got this smile on my face, because that's a job that was going to niggle and niggle and niggle away at me until I had it taken care of. So let's go and take care of that. So we're just going to put all the chicken feed round now into the bins, and then I'm going to take care of those posts. So we've put the chicken feed all round to where it needs to be. So I'm just now going to go and take care of all the usual stuff I do. I won't bore you with it all today. We cover it all the time, but I'm going to just feed the pigs, milk the goats, and then we're going to get on to that fence. I've just come up to check our mole traps, and as you can see from this one has not been sprung, but this one has. But not by a mole. So we'll have to reset that guy. Maybe here, maybe somewhere else, but he needs resetting. I haven't got time to do that now, so on to the next job. Girls like to see me, so we're going to see lots of them. And I've got my borrowed post rammer, so we're going to get these posts put in. As you can see, this one here completely rotten out at the bottom, and there's two in a row like it. There we go. Okay, so I could drive them in another half a foot or so, but the ground here is solid clay and that's solid as a rock, so I'm happy with that. I use this bit of branch here to pull the fence back and hold it out my way while I was working. So now all I've got to do is use some of these staples and just tack the fence onto the post from the other side, and then we're done. And I can tell you from experience, because I built most of the fencing here. Well, I built all of the fencing here, but some of it with help. 2 posts is fine. 100 posts, it's not fine. But even that takes it out of you, because that's a hell of a weight, that post work. I mean, that's the point of it. So it's a hell of a weight, and you're just constantly lifting it and then pulling it down. And it does wind you. Done. Now, all of our fences are function over form. You've probably realised that by now, but even so, I will come through and just cut the top of those posts off with a chainsaw. I probably won't bother taking the old fence posts out, because I can't think of a single reason why I would expend the effort involved to do it. There's no benefit to taking them out. They're not serving a purpose there. There's no benefit to leaving them in, but there's certainly no benefit that I can see in removing them. So they're just going to sit there. Maybe one day when I'm desperate for some firewood, I can come and salvage them, but I really don't think that day's ever going to come. So I'm knackered. That's this video done with for today. I'm going to go in and do lots and lots of recording and editing and things like that. As always, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you're subscribed. If you would like to help me, if you'd like to help me grow this channel, the very best thing you could do for me is to find one of my videos that you really like and share it. Share it on social media, share it with a friend. Far and away, of all the things that you can do to help me, and all of them I appreciate greatly, but of all the things you could do, that's the one that would make the very most difference. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Cheers, bye-bye.